So what I actually do for a living is I study all of this crazy new technology, and I study its impact on business. And as a digital anthropologist, I study its impact on society, on us, our norms, our cultures, our behaviors. So walk with me through the world. This is a funny slide because on one side we think that that's what the zombie apocalypse looks like, and on the other side is what people swear the zombie apocalypse is. And it's just a funny way of observing that people are different, right? And the first thing that we tend to do is judge it, right? Like put your phone down kind of thing. And that's the wrong thing to do. Because what we're saying in that action, what we're saying by that judgment is we're saying, you need to be more like me. And to earn relevance, it's the opposite. We need to be more like them. This is a funny picture because it is an example of how we tend to say exactly. But to them, it really is the best party ever, and I bet you that they're telling each other that right now. But the thing about this moment is so fantastic is because they're probably not just celebrating it there, right? They're celebrating it with everybody who they're connected to. So they're bringing together real life moments around the world in real time, and it is the standard. We're changing as we use technology, as we use these apps, as we use these networks. We're literally at the center of our own universe, and we become more informed as a result. And becoming more informed, you become more empowered, and when you become more empowered, you become more demanding, and when you become more demanding, well, a lot of things happen. What's happening now is something I call digital Darwinism, right? Technology and society evolve. It just does, right? And with that, a lot of things happen. What doesn't happen as quickly is our ability to change or recognize change, right? If you look at business models, they're still rooted in the same principles of like 60 years or 70 years of doing business. The infrastructure of business, the whole idea of management, the whole idea of human resources is so archaic, right? It's like turning on the TV. You go back in time today, but yet society and technology continue to evolve. And what happens is you either react or you lead or you don't, and time moves on. The taxi experience versus the Uber experience, the Netflix experience versus the Blockbuster experience, the Tesla experience over the dealership experience. What's happening is that we're being groomed to expect not just products or transactions or services, we're being groomed to expect complete experiences, right? And all of these things that are fighting innovation and disruption are the same things that are holding back progress. And you expect everything now to work this way. Think about that for a minute. You can call a car, you can swipe right on a date. Why wouldn't every business or government or school operate the same way? And that's the magic that lies ahead. And if you just think quite simply what a difference in perspective can lead to, it's beautiful. It's even beautiful in the most simplest of things. I mean, just look at how long it took us to figure out ketchup. Right? And everybody, you know you had that, or maybe you were that person who always had a strategy for ketchup, right? All it took was a shift in perspective to say, why do we do that, right? It's ridiculous how much we take for granted in our day-to-day life when there's an opportunity to just start fresh because the times necessitate it. All of the processes, all of the things that we cherish and reinforce every single day are being completely erased from the bottom up because this is more efficient. It's easier to do this. It's much more natural. And if you think about what all of this stuff is doing to economics, right? You're getting all this new supply, which is creating all this new demand, which is influencing all this new behavior, which is then creating a whole social commerce infrastructure of curation, right? Now you get to be as highly selective as you want to be. All based on reputation, right? Think about your Uber driver, your Lyft driver, and trust. Oh, reputation and trust being the source of economics on the horizon? You mean like people doing business with people and getting to know them and building relationships all over again? Look at what technology is doing to us. It's making us more human. Innovation is something that's deeply personal, and it has to start somewhere. If you're waiting for innovation to come from the top, it's very rare that that's going to happen anytime soon, right? In the best cases that I study over and over and over again, innovation comes from the middle. It comes from you. It comes from you leaving here saying, that is crazy, and I'm going to do something about it. And you have to think about what it is that you really need to do. Do we want to do the same things better? Do we want to do new things? Or ultimately, do we need to do things that make all the old things obsolete? Because I guarantee you that if you use Uber or Instacart, that you're not going back to the way things were. And what we stand at here is an intersection between technology, brand, aspiration, and achievement, right? Which means that technology has to be matched by humanities, by social science, by shifts in perspective to see people differently than the way we see ourselves. This is where the future of business begins, because everybody can be an innovator. The future of education can unfold because anyone can be an innovator. And it has to come from somewhere. And the one thing I've learned over and over and over again is that innovation isn't a thing. Innovation is an emotion. You feel it. You want to do something about it. And that's why, technology aside, when you leave here today, remember one thing, that innovation is always and will always start right here. Thank you very much.